Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this chocolate brownie cake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to grab yourself a large mixing bowl and into that place in your melted butter followed by the cocoa powder and whisk together until they're smoother and combined. You're looking for the mixture to be smooth and glossy, so just keep whisking until you achieve that. You can then go ahead and add in the sugar and whisk this in until it's fully incorporated. You will notice that the mixture does become a little bit more granular, but this is completely normal. You can then go ahead and add in all of your eggs, followed by the vanilla, and whisk in until fully incorporated. You will notice the consistency of the batter change quite a lot, and this is completely normal. Then go ahead and add in your dry ingredients, which is the salt, the flour and the chocolate, which you'll be using for the filling. Then just fold these all together until they're fully combined, being careful to not over mix it at this point. So just take your time, but also don't mix it too much, just until everything has been fairly incorporated into the mixture. Then go ahead and divide the brownie batter between 4 6-inch cake tins, which have been lined with some parchment paper. Once you've got them filled, you can then spread and level them off as best as you possibly can, then place into your preheated oven and bake off. All that information will be in the blog post, which will be linked down below, so don't forget to check it out if you're interested. So to make the ganache, it's really simple. Take a bowl and place in your chocolate, followed by the cream, give it a mix, then place it in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time, and keep repeating until the cream is bubbling. So I found around about 1.5 to 2 minutes works really well. After that time, you can start to whisk it, and once you start to whisk it, you will notice that the chocolate starts to melt and the mixture becomes much smoother and glossier. That's what you're looking for, so just keep that in mind. Keep whisking until it's all incorporated and you can't really see a trace of a single ingredient. A few bits around the top is okay. Once you've done that, you want to let it cool just a little bit. Then add in your butter and just keep whisking until that's been incorporated. Then chill it down. I like to make this the day before and then reuse it the next day. So after a couple of hours, it's been chilled, I then take it out of the fridge. You might need to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, then just whisk it back up into a usable consistency. You'll notice the colour changes, and this is completely normal. Transfer into a piping bag and then pipe a blob into the middle of your plate, board or stand, and this will act as the glue for your first layer of brownie. Secure the brownie down by pressing it down with your hand, then pipe a ring of ganache around the outer edge of the brownie, filling it with the same ganache, just spreading and leveling that out as best as you possibly can, and then just layer the cake until you have all 4 layers of brownie, all stacked. So now that you've got the cake stacked, you can go ahead and start to pipe the ganache around the outer edge of the cake. The more perfect you get it now, the easier it will be to smooth and level it out later on. But to be honest, working with ganache, it's very smooth to work with. It's not like buttercream, it's less aerated, so there's less chance of there being pockets of air or air bubbles, whatever. Don't forget to also fill the top of the cake, spread and level it out as best as you possibly can, then smooth out the sides as much or as little as you want to. The choice is yours. I wanted to get more of a perfect finish, but you can do whatever you would like. So while the ganache is still kind of tacky, I just take some of these chocolate sprinkles and create a border at the bottom of the cake. This is just to add more chocolate to the recipe, but also to add a little bit of contrast and a bit of difference to the final look. As an optional decoration finish, you could go ahead and apply a drip. I just took some chocolate hazelnut spread and warmed it up a little bit, placed it into a piping bag, and then just did like a drip around the edge of the cake. But feel free to leave this out or to use even more ganache, but the contrast between the chocolate spread and the ganache works really well. To then finish the cake, I just take some Ferrero Rochers and roughly chop them and just apply them to the top of the cake for a bit of garnish. You could use whole ones if you wanted, but I just wanted something that was simple to keep the look of the cake, keeping it just looking simple. I don't want something over the top. As an optional finish, I just use some of this edible glitter just to get a bit of a shimmer, but this is completely up to you. So thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description, there'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog and links to my social media. But that's all for today, I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.